Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against the Houston Rockets. And that's it for us.
And there's a shot earlier of the Rockets preparing for action. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for the Warriors, Curry and Thompson, the splash brothers in the backcourt. And at the pivot, a terrific defender and all-around player, the Australian sensation, 7-footer Andrew Bogut. And there's Iguodala, and it's Lee in at the 4. And looking at the Rockets, Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. And at center, the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. Then there's Chandler Parsons, and it's Asik in at the 4 slot. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. From deep, Harden. The pass to Beverly. He passes it to Harden. Kicks to Beverly. 5 to shoot.
5 seconds.
True on the 14-footer. Rockets drops in for him. Well, going back to the Rockets in the postseason, a lot of people had them picked to get steamrolled. But Steve, they put up a solid fight and really turned some heads with how they played.
Well, the easy answer was because of the Westbrook injury. That's how Houston was able to really take Oklahoma City deep into that series. But I think there's more to it than that. The Rockets have tremendous offensive firepower. I think they're gaining momentum as a franchise. And heading into this year, I think they're one of the scariest teams in the conference.
You know, it's very rare that you're going to be able to make the playoffs in the West without coming out with a winning record against the rest of the conference. And the Warriors knew that would be important in their quest for the playoffs, and they handled business against the West.
Now here's Curry. They'll get the pass to Iguodala. 2-pointers off the mark. The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And Thompson sends it back. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. And the jam by David Lee.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, still made his mark, the most threes ever in the season. And not just a gunner, but he also became the first player in NBA history to average over 3 triples and 6 assists a game.
Now Curry. After the missed 3 from Beverly. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for David Lee. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. And together as a tandem last season, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson crushed the record for most three-pointers in a season, Steve. 483 combined threes.
What an incredible young combination in the backcourt. Thompson played in the rookie-sophomore game, and Curry was actually snubbed from the All-Star game, but he did win Western Conference Player of the Month in April. First Warrior to win a Player of the Month honor since Chris Mullin back in 1990.
And stolen by Barnes. Green. They get the rebound, and it's blocked by Lynn, but they get it back. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Back to Jones. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
The defenders have to be aware. They cannot allow him that position before he catches the ball.
You're exactly right, Steve. That is his domain.
Now here's Green. Dishes to Barnes. A 3-ball. And the Warriors get it back. Like off the pick from O'Neal. Thompson outside. Golden State moving it around. The drive by Green. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Here's Green. You know what? They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Here's Lynn. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Looking to end the drought, and the shot is good. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
A good close contest so far as we finish. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, last season the Golden State Warriors vastly exceeding expectations, and they did it all while playing their rookies extensively. The young guns showed a great maturity and work ethic from the start, leading the Summer League team to an undefeated record. With Festus Ezeli and Draymond Green, both four-year seniors, Harrison Barnes said that as the youngest of the pack, being around those two helps me mature more quickly. And guys, they delivered quickly, helping the Warriors reach the second round of the playoffs.
Thanks, Doris. And this team poised not just to win, but to win big for years to come. Here's Green.
Draymond Green was really a terrific legacy of success prior to the NBA, guys. I mean, he led Saginaw High to 2 Michigan State championships, and at Michigan State was able to be part of 2 teams that got to the Final Four and 1 that made it to the Sweet 16. That's impressive.
Here comes James Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
The Rockets have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
That free throw good from Harden. Harden hits them both.
Still haven't seen them miss a shot from the line in this quarter, so they're doing a nice job of protecting the lead.
Well, they're cashing in from the line. I mean, they're making them pay for fouling them right now.
That bucket in no time at all. And going back to Draymond Green, finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Houston might have made the playoffs in the West last season, guys, but it wasn't because they were beating up on their peers. They were 24-28 against the rest of the West. That's why they got the 8th seed.
Iguodala to pass to Lee. Curry kicks to Barnes. Iguodala outside. Barnes defended by Parsons. 4 on the clock. It's Curry outside. And another 3 for Golden State. You remember the Rockets last year when they were playing a lot of teams in the West near the end of the regular season. That was when they slipped, Steve, out of the 6th seed range down to number 8.
Well, of course, the West was really strong last year, Kevin, so it makes sense that you're going to struggle a little bit against all those good teams. But, Houston ended up being the only team in the West to make the playoffs with a sub-500 record against the rest of the conference.
Houston making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Lee with the steal. And here we go with Lee. Nobody back. And he misses the fast break layup.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
And here's Golden State. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Pass to Barnes. Some nice passing by Golden State. And Curry, here we go. He kicks it to Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. And the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, for Andre Iguodala, now the 3rd team in his NBA career. In Philly, he felt over-criticized for not being the go-to scorer. In Denver, the lack of outside shooting crowded the court. But he could never hope for a better fit than he's found with the Warriors. A team with great shooting, Iguodala can focus on defensive playmaking, saying, quote, "I'd rather get a triple-double than score 40. And guys, get this. Only 12 players in NBA history have achieved his career averages in points, rebounds, assists, and steals through age 29. He's a terrific all-around player.
Yeah, Iguodala truly a player whose scoring average doesn't do justice to his overall impact on the game. Warriors leading by 11. lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Curry is so much fun to watch, Kevin, because he's an excellent ball handler. And we know about his shooting, one of the best in the league at that.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 8 points and 2 steals. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
Well, he's had a great feel for the game today, for his teammates, for the situation, for his opponents. I mean, he knows what's going on out there.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. The dish out to Beverly. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Beverly's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Rockets.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Howard dishes to Beverly. Rockets 6. It's Harden with the drive. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Harden's got 7 points in the game. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And for Mark Jackson, there had been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. You know, I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
Bogut the pass to Lee. And that one's good. Lee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above. Yeah, the Warriors turnaround, I think, in large part because of the improvement defensively and on the boards last year. There was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Golden State was maybe the worst team in both categories in the entire league. But the schemes have changed, the personnel, the intent, the toughness, and it has all led to a new era for the Golden State Warriors basketball team.
Terrence Jones is checked in for the Rockets. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Jones, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Warriors leading by 6. And back to the Warriors looking to pack the paint. If you wanted to get into a three-point shooting contest with them, well, I think they'd welcome that.
I mean, with the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, you can get sprayed in a hurry from all angles. I mean, those guys are terrific. But again, their improved defense and rebounding is a big part of their success as well.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Rockets. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his third foul of the game. And the Warriors with some changes. Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for David Lee. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Steph Curry. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Blake off the pick from O'Neal. Thompson outside. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Oh, good on the triple.
Well, Iguodala moved on from the 76ers to the Nuggets last year. Now signs a free agent contract with the Warriors. It looks to be a really good fit. I mean, all that shooting around him, just with the way he can run and defend, should allow Iguodala to be the playmaker that really is his natural game.
Rockets trail by 6. Howard with a screen on O'Neal. And Beverly kicks to Parsons. They get it again. He feeds it to Beverly. Pass to Harden. A second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
Parsons dishes to Jones. And the call will be against Steve Blake. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Steve, you mentioned how tough Iguodala is in transition. Great ball handler for his size. And Clark, I know you love his athleticism.
Yeah, he's really a point forward offensively, but he can finish big, and he's always putting pressure on the defense when he's in attack mode. A good ball handler and passer. His outside shooting is up and down, but I'd love to have him on my squad.
Outside Curry. From past the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. To the paint. Here's Daniels. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
And here comes Harden, leading a fast break. For the lead, Daniels, no good. Golden State's, and up the court come the Warriors on the break. Blake passes to Green. Now the feed to Curry. To stop the drought, Curry's got 11 points.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
It's Harden with the drive. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Well, he was somebody you didn't want to put at the line a year ago. He made 85% of his attempts.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe. He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Thompson for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing, guys, defensively, a great job of closing out and blocking shots.
Iguodala with it. Now guarded by Daniels. And it's Iguodala missing.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Lynn gets a screen from Parsons. 6 on the shot clock. Backing down is Howard. David Lee comes up with the rebound. Warriors leading by 4. Thompson from long range. And good on the basket. Book it. Thompson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors. And Asik kicks to Parsons. Asik with it. He's picked up by Lee. Asik dishes to Parsons. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Looked like some miscommunication there offensively. Those guys were not on the same page.
And the Warriors making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Curry passes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 10.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Steve Blake's checked in for Steph Curry. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
You know, the Rockets did a lot to make over their backcourt last season as they brought in 2 big names in Jeremy Lin and James Harden, and that's not always an easy adjustment. Took a little time for both of those guys to figure out how to coexist in the pick-and-roll offense. This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
Harden kicks to Beverly. Back to Harden. Beverly dishes to Howard. Kicks it out to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. There's the bucket. Good. And Clark, as you said, it took some time for this Houston backcourt to learn how to play with each other, but that is the case for any duo. Eventually, Steve, they found a happier medium, And that initiated some great offense between them.
Well, they were much more effective down the stretch last season, Kevin. I thought it really showed in the way Lynn and Harden kind of played off of each other. So, a lot of teams, they seem to want to have that second option for bringing the ball up or for attacking. And it is very effective to have a couple of guys who can each attack and create.
That's good.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Warriors leading by 8. Blake kicks to Green. Off target from outside. Rockets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Iguodala, right side. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Green, the pass to Blake. Blake off the pick from Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson inside the line. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Thompson's got 8 points in the quarter.
It seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
The Warriors making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. .153 left to play in the final quarter. Beverly dishes to Harden. Soft touch off the glass. Harden's got 20 points.
It seems like they're finding an open lane in the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve.
How about that basketball,
Wasn't that
man?
beautiful?
Wow.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Feeds it to Beverly. Here's the 3. Can't hit. The Warriors go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Crawford drives in. Spates. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Who says the big guy doesn't like to attack the basket? I mean, could have fooled me on that one.
Yeah, nice change of pace for him to power one home.
Yeah, it's not usually his role, but he takes advantage of the situation there.
Here's Harden. And Houston again with the bucket.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Crawford outside. They kick it out to Green. Takes a 3. He dishes it to Blake. Launches a 3. Gets it to go.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And I also want to point out how good he is at positioning himself defensively near the bucket. He knows how to draw a charge.
3-pointer. That doesn't go either for Green. Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Parsons attacking, and Asik kicks to Beverly. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Harden.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Fires the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Blake kicks to Crawford. From deep. Off the mark. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around